And you may notice that just being here, being still, starting to feel the support behind your back, your breath may already be slowing down a little bit. And you can follow that process. Watch your breath as it gets a little slower and maybe a little fuller. Watch your breath as perhaps pauses develop between the inhalation and the exhalation. And we'll be here just resting on our backs with soles of your feet on the floor for, let's say, another minute or so. While you're here, perhaps there is an affirmation or a quality that you want to invite for yourself. So if there's something you've been working with, an affirmation that you've been working with, if you have a word that really resonates with you or a concept that really resonates with you, or if there's something that you particularly need, maybe you can think of that. So taking that into your mind, that word or that phrase or that concept, let it land in your body. Notice how that feels to have that word or phrase or concept that you need or that you want or that you're inviting, that you're fostering. How does that feel when it lands in your body? And we can let that kind of infuse our practice. And then finally, let's think about some gentle movement. So with your next inhalation, check in, make sure that you've got a neutral position in your spine. So there's a little curve in your lumbar, a slight lift between your back and the floor, just neutral there. You can pick up your right foot, we'll flex the right foot. You can just externally rotate in your right thigh and cross your right ankle just above, just to the outside of your left knee. So we're in a reclined figure 4, and just start here with your left foot on the floor. We'll find a sensation of kind of lengthening from inside right hip to inside right knee. Landing in this shape, settle into your breath, settle into the sensation. And we'll once more invite stillness in this shape. And somewhere in the next breath or two, you may feel like you want to take this slightly deeper in your right hip. So we can pick up left foot, start to hug left knee in towards our chest. You can even reach around the back of your left leg and get a hold of your left thigh. Encouraging your left knee towards your left shoulder, and in so doing, getting a greater stretch in the outside of your right hip. Make sure to keep your right foot just a little bit active so that you're stabilizing your right knee. If your foot is just floppy, you may feel some of this rotation in your knee. You can protect your knee by flexing your right foot. You can continue to hold on to the back of your left knee or thigh and start to rock your shins side to side. So when you exhale, you kind of rock your shins over to the right, maybe roll into the outside of your right hip a little bit. You can inhale through the center, and as you exhale, rock over to the left, rolling onto the outside of your left hip a little bit. And now we're exploring the stretch sensation in hips and low back. We're noticing how breath and movement go together. You can notice how interesting your breath is as you change your position. And you're getting a little massage for your outer hips and low back. Eventually, when you've rocked an equal number of times to each side, you can float your left foot back down. We'll uncross, release your right foot down to the mat. And then let's take the soles of our feet together and let knees drop out to the side. Now we're creating a gentle stretching and release for inner thighs and inner hips. We'll be here for a few breaths. You might enjoy placing your hands on your low belly. And then you can feel how your belly moves as you breathe. Your hands might lift and draw away from each other on the inhale. And they can soften back towards each other and towards your spine on the exhale. Somewhere in your next breath or two, you'll reach down with your hands, place them on the outsides of your thighs, and use a little bit of help from your hands to draw your knees back up towards the ceiling. Walk your feet back out to the width of your hips. We're back in neutral spine, and you can pick up your left foot. We'll externally rotate, turning your left toes out to the side. That rotation is coming from your hip. You can cross your left ankle over your right knee, and we'll just be here in the figure four for a while. You've got a sense of lengthening from inside your left hip to inside your left knee. You're lengthening your left hip away from your left shoulder. And we'll pause. You can just allow yourself to settle into this shape and very gently begin the stretch. And we'll take another breath or two here. And then maybe increase this stretch a little bit. You can pick up your right foot, hug your right knee in towards your shoulder, reach around, get a hold of the back of your right knee or thigh, and we'll hang out here for a while. You can maintain this bit of activity in your left foot so that your left knee remains stable. When it feels like time, you can rock side to side, rocking over to your left and back to center and rocking over to your right and back to center. With this rocking, finding that synergy between breath and movement. Little massage for low back. A little massage for outer hips. When you've rocked an equal number of times to each side, you'll come back to the center. We can release your right foot back down to the floor. You'll release left foot back down to the floor. This time, let's extend our legs out straight. Reach your hands up overhead. Be just a little bit active, like you're trying to plant footprints on one side of the room and fingerprints on the other. Now you can feel some length and space opening between your vertebrae, and you can be very aware of your breath. So noticing it first, it's probably relatively easy to feel breath moving in the front of your body in this position, belly moving, ribs moving, maybe chest moving. But in this position, see if you can also feel breath in your sides and in your back. We'll explore that three-dimensional nature of breath for 2 more breath cycles. And then relax your legs. You can stay here with legs extended long if you like. If you prefer the position with your knees bent and feet on the floor, or your feet together and knees out to the side, any of those leg positions will work well with this next movement. Getting into our neck and chest and upper shoulders a little bit now. So with your next inhalation, you can cup your hands around the back of your head. You'll pick your head up off the floor, draw your chin into your chest, so you're really lengthening the back of your neck. And start to turn your head to your right. As you do, you can take the weight of your head into your right hand. Keep lengthening. Eventually, you'll set your head down, and you can take your left hand to the space just above, just around your left collarbone. Press down and draw your left collarbone down and away from your left ear. Your right arm can relax. And now your left arm can relax, and we'll be here, head turned, lengthen the left side of your neck. Your head is turned to the right, and we're trying to release shoulders down towards the mat. So a very gentle stretch for the deep muscles of your neck. As we continue to hold here, I invite you to check in with any tension you feel in your jaw or the base of your tongue. So see if you can find a little softness at the base of your tongue, a little space between your back teeth. We'll inhale. You can turn your head back up to the center. Once more, pick your head up with your hands. Fingers interlaced right across the base of your skull. You can bring your chin towards your chest. And then you'll start to turn your head to the left and take the weight of your head into your left hand. Keep lifting. We'll take right hand towards right collarbone and shoulder and chest. Press down, pull down. Set your head down. And then extend your arms, and we'll hang out with head turned, shoulders releasing. Deep, gentle stretch for the right side of your neck. You can notice what's here now. Noticing the sensations, noticing maybe the space now between your eyebrows, the space in the center of your forehead. Let that soften. Root of your tongue softening, a little space between your back teeth. And finally, you'll turn your head back to face the ceiling. Shift your head back to center. Maybe shuffle your shoulders back to center if you need to. You can kind of shake them a little side to side. Maybe gently rock your head side to side. And let's be here for a couple of breaths. Somewhere in your next few inhalations, you can take the soles of your feet back to the floor. Now we'll hug belly in a little bit. You can pick your feet up off the mat. Take your hands to your knees. Rocking your knees in and out now with the flow of your breath. Your pace might be a little slower than mine. It might be a little faster than mine. The beauty of this practice is matching your own rhythm. Finding that resonance, knees rocking in and out with the rhythmic flow of your breath. Now we can start to circle knees. So the next time you bring your knees into your chest, bring them in with your knees touching. Then you take your knees wide to about the width of your shoulders and rock them away with your knees wide. Knees will come together. You'll draw your knees in towards your chest, take your knees wide and rock them away. You can circle a couple more times like this. And we can reverse the direction of the circles. The next time you draw your knees in, draw the knees in towards your shoulders. Then bring them together and rock them away. You can draw your knees in towards your shoulders. Bring them together, rock them away. Circling a few times like this. Finally, the next time you bring your knees in towards your shoulders, we'll move to happy baby pose, Ananda Balasana. That's just to keep your knees moving towards your shoulders. Turn the soles of your feet up towards the ceiling. Knees are bent. Beautiful. You'll reach up and grab the outer edges of your feet, and then let your shoulders get heavy. Shoulders get heavy and they drop towards the floor. Knees get heavy and they drop towards the floor. Maybe each vertebra gets a little heavier, so a little more of your spine can be on the floor with each exhalation. You can stay right here in your happy baby pose. If you'd like a little more stretch in the backs of your legs, you can pull down slightly on your left foot. Let your left knee kind of rock over towards the floor. At the same time, straighten your right leg and press up through your right heel. Yeah. And you can bend your right knee. We'll rock back to the center. Moving to the other side, if you'd like to stretch out your left leg, pull a little more on your right foot. Right knee drops a little closer to the floor. You might rock over to the right. And left leg moves towards straight. We'll make our way back to center. You can bend your left knee, rock back to the center, let go of your feet. You can place your feet back down on the mat. Then one more time, reach your legs long, reach your hands up. We'll point and flex our toes a few times. Take one more big breath here. As you exhale, let it out through your mouth. You can bring your hands down by your sides, step your feet back to the floor, roll to your favorite side to rest for a moment or two. You can rock over, place your head on your shoulder for a moment, and then you'll use the strength of your arms to help yourself up. Find a comfortable seat. We'll be in a pranayama practice, a breathing practice for about 5 minutes as we prepare for our final deep relaxation and meditation. So I recommend lifting your hips up on something if you've got it. You've got a cushion or a pillow or something you can sit on. This often makes it a little more comfortable. You can sit in whatever seated position you like. You could kneel, you could cross your legs. My favorite seated position for meditation is called Savasana. And that is aligning your heels one in front of the other, knees out to the side, right in front of the midline of your body with your hips elevated. So this is my go-to for meditation, but you may find another position that feels more comfortable. So make sure you feel like you have support beneath you. You can feel your sitting bones on the floor. You can feel the weight of your legs, the weight of your feet, the support of the mat. And that support supports your spine, vertebra stacking on vertebra. Shoulders are floating over your hips, ears are floating over your shoulders. Your hands can rest comfortably on your knees or in your lap. Let's turn our attention to breath. Now you might want to use just a little bit of control in your breath. If you're familiar with the practice of Ujjayi Pranayama, that's using the back of your throat to kind of regulate how long each breath is, you can go there. You might think about creating a little lift just at the back of your soft palate. And that uses the soft palate as a valve to regulate the flow of breath. It doesn't need to be too intense, but we are going to, with a disciplined and methodical practice, gradually lengthen our breath by a certain number of counts with each cycle. So let's start finding even inhalation and exhalation. You might need to even them out. Sometimes it helps just to turn your attention to whichever phase of breath feels shorter. Once your breath is even, we'll move into our first pranayama or breathing exercise. Now inhale for 4 and exhale for 4. Inhale for 4, exhale for 4. Inhale for 6. Exhale for 6. Inhale for 6. Exhale for 6. Inhale for 8. Exhale for 8. Inhale for 6. Exhale for 6. Inhale for 6. Exhale for 6. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 4. Take a big inhalation in through your nose. Exhale, cleansing breath. Take a sigh out through your mouth. So if you're sitting kneeling, you can remain as you are. If you're sitting with legs crossed or with one foot in front of the other, we're going to change the cross of our legs or change the order of our feet, just so we get a little more balance in your hips. Coming back to your comfortable seat, coming back to an awareness of the ground beneath you. Maybe it feels a little different with your legs in this order, something to explore. Now you can turn your palms up, resting the backs of your hands on your knees. All right, so this is kind of a variation of alternate nostril breath, where you would breathe in through one side and out through the other. Rather than literally physically manipulating the breath flow in each nostril, we'll just use our attention. So we'll keep right hand open to begin. You can close your left hand, and as you inhale, feel the breath move in through your right nostril. You'll close your right hand, open your left. As you breathe out, follow the breath out through your left nostril. You can inhale, follow the breath in through your left nostril. You'll close your left hand, open your right. As you exhale, follow the breath out through the right. Inhale, your attention is in your right side, or right hand is open. You can close your right hand, open your left. You'll exhale, attention is in the left side. You'll inhale, attention is on the left with left hand open. Close your left hand, open your right. Exhale, attention is on the right. Last round of this breath. Inhale with your attention on the right, right hand open. We'll close right hand, open left. Exhale, attention is on the left. One more time, you'll inhale, attention is on your left. Close your left hand, open your right. Exhale, attention is on the right. You can release the control of your breath, open both hands. Consciously notice the sensation of breath moving in through both nostrils. You might even just take your attention right to the rim of your nostril. Really focus on the rim of your nostril and the sensation as you feel the breath flow in and out. And then from attention on the rims of your nostrils, you can let it expand through your whole face, through your whole body. Welcoming and noticing the sensations throughout your body, left side and right side, and both at once. You can take a big inhalation in through your nose. Cleansing breath, exhale through your mouth with a sigh. Completely letting go of the control of your breath now. If you're sitting on a prop, you'll slide it out from underneath you. Now's where we get really comfortable. So really get comfortable. We'll be here for probably 20, 25 minutes. So make sure you've got a cozy blanket if you need one. You've got a pillow if you want one. You could put something over your eyes if you'd like to create a little quiet darkness, something under your knees. Make sure you've got lots of padding behind your back. And lay down in a position that feels really, really comfortable to you. So just as cozy as you can be. As we're preparing for the practice of Yoga Nidra or Yoga Sleep. And just as we're preparing here, as you're settling in and getting comfortable and creating this safe and welcoming and nourishing space for yourself, you can do the same thing mentally, finding creating a safe and nourishing and just delicious, protected, exactly what you need space in your mind. You could call this your inner resource. And it may be a memory, it may be an experience, it may be an image, it may be all the sensory input that you would equate to a sensation of security and safety and support. So whatever it is that comes to your mind, you can conjure that space in your mind's eye. If it's a place, conjure what it would feel like to be there. The sense of the air on your skin, the temperature, the scents you might smell, the sounds you might hear. Creating this inner resource, really tapping in to this inner resource. It's always there. We're just finding it, giving it shape. Now, in this place of safety and of security, this sense of inner resource surrounding, infusing, supporting this practice of Yoga Nidra, we'll begin our Yoga Nidra practice. Take your attention to your right toes. All of your attention in your right toes. Notice everything that you feel there. Their weight, their temperature, the sensation of air on your skin, the sensation of clothing or blankets, the sensation of the mat beneath your foot. So much to notice. Let your attention be absolutely fascinated by your right toes. And you can feel the sole of your right foot. And that captivates your attention. And you can feel the weight of your right heel against the floor. And that's fascinating. You can feel the top of your foot. You can feel your ankle. You can feel your whole right foot at once. And all of your attention is drawn to your right foot. Noticing everything there is to notice, welcoming all of that radiant sensation in your right foot. There's so much to notice. And you can move your attention now to your right shin, along the front of your right shin. Feeling your right calf, the back of your right lower leg. Feeling the muscle and the skin and the bone. Feeling the weight of your lower leg against the floor. All of your attention now is in your right lower leg. Fascinating. Your right lower leg is vibrant and radiant with sensation. You can feel your right knee. The top of your knee, the back of your knee, inside and outside. Noticing the skin, noticing the weight, noticing the temperature. There's so much to notice. Diving into your senses as you explore what you feel in your right knee. And your right thigh. The front of your thigh and the back of your thigh. Your hip, inner and outer thigh. You can feel the bone of your thigh from knee to hip socket. You can be aware of that bone and the muscle and the skin, the sinew and the skin, the pulsing blood. You can be aware of the sensation at your skin. You can be aware of the weight of your leg, the temperature. Now your attention completely captivated by everything you feel from your right hip all the way down to your right toes. Your entire right leg is vibrant and alive with sensation, complex sensation, fascinating sensation, delicious sensation. All of your attention resides in your right leg. And now all of your attention moves to your left toes. Feeling the tips of your toes and the top and the bottom, feeling each individual toe, big toe and middle toe, third toe, fourth toe, pinky toe. Feeling the top of your left foot and the sole of your left foot. Feeling your left ankle. Feeling your left foot in its entirety, its weight against the floor, the temperature, the texture of clothing or blankets, the air on your skin. Your left foot is vibrant and alive and fascinating. All of your attention, every bit of your attention is captivated by your left foot. Feeling your left ankle, your left shin, your left calf. Feeling the bones of your lower leg. Feeling your entire left lower leg. Feeling the bone and the sinew and the muscle and the skin and the pulsing blood. Feeling the weight of your left lower leg. Feeling its temperature. All of the sensations. All of your attention. Welcoming, reveling in the sensations in your left lower leg. And feeling your left knee. Top of your knee and the back of your knee, inside and outside. All of your attention now in your left knee. And feeling your left thigh. The front of your thigh and the back of your thigh, the inside and the outside. Feeling the bone of your thigh from knee to hip socket. Your left thigh now, alive with sensation, feeling its weight, its temperature, the texture of clothing, the air on skin. Everything there is to notice. Welcome it. Revel in it. Your left upper leg alive with sensation. And now feeling everything from your left hip all the way down to the tip of your left toes, your entire left leg. There's so much to feel. So many different sensations, so many complementary sensations, so many fascinating sensations that your attention is completely drawn to and captivated by your left leg. Now feeling both legs at once, from the tips of your toes, the right side and left side, both at once, all the way up through your foot, your ankle, your lower leg, your knee, your thigh, your hip. Your legs alive with sensation, vibrant with sensation, and there's so much to feel that all your attention can be drawn to what you feel in your legs. All of your awareness resting in your legs and experiencing and delighting in your experience. Taking all of your attention now to your right hand, feeling the palm of your hand and the back of your hand, feeling the length of your fingers, your thumb, your index finger, your middle finger, your fourth finger, your pinky finger. Feeling the inside of your hand and the outside, feeling the weight and the temperature and the texture. Feeling the bone and the sinew and the muscle and the skin and the pulsing blood. All of your attention now dwelling in your right hand, welcoming what you feel, experiencing deeply and completely captivated by the sensations in your right hand. And feeling your right wrist and your right forearm. The inside of your forearm, the outside of your forearm, the two bones within. The space between those two bones. The muscle and the sinew and the skin and the pulsing blood. The weight and the texture of air, the texture of clothing, the temperature. Noticing every sensation there is to notice in your right forearm. And feeling your right elbow, inner elbow and outer elbow. Feeling the bone and the skin and the sinew. Feeling your upper arm, the inside of your upper arm, the back of your upper arm, the bone that runs from elbow to shoulder. Feeling the muscle at the cap of your shoulder. Feeling the skin that contains the muscle. Feeling all of that sensation now, your whole right arm alive with sensation from shoulder to fingertips, resting against the floor, And all of your attention is drawn to your right arm. It's fascinating. There's so much to feel. You can let yourself be completely absorbed by what you feel in your right arm. Bringing now all of your attention to your left hand. You can feel the palm of your hand and the back of your hand, each finger, your thumb, your index finger, your middle finger, your fourth finger, your pinky finger. You can feel the bones of your hand and the skin that surrounds. You can feel the weight of your hand against the floor. You can feel the temperature of the air. You can feel the bone and the muscle and the sinew and the skin and the pulsing blood. You can feel the entirety of your left hand. It's vibrant with sensation. There's so much sensation, so much to learn just by paying attention to your left hand. All of your attention absorbed in your left hand. And feeling your left wrist. And your left forearm. The bones of your forearm, the space between the bones. The back of your forearm, the inner side of your forearm. The muscle, the skin, the sinew, the pulsing blood. Noticing everything there is to notice in your left forearm. And noticing your left elbow, inner elbow and outer elbow. Noticing your left upper arm. The inside of your arm, the back of your arm, the cap of your shoulder. Noticing the bone of your upper arm from elbow to shoulder socket. And now noticing the entirety of your left arm from shoulder to fingertips. Feel everything that's there. There's so much to experience, so much to be interested in. All of your attention now drawn to, absorbed in the sensation and experience of your left arm. Now feeling both arms at once from fingertips to shoulders, right side, left side, both at once. Feeling both hands, both palms. Right side, left side, both at once. Feeling now the sensations across your collarbones. And feeling the sensation of your shoulder blades resting against the floor. And feeling the sensations, the muscles of the side of your neck. Left side and a right side and both at once. Sensing your throat and the way breath moves up and down. Sensing the length of your neck and the gentle curve just below the base of your skull. Noticing your chest and your shoulders and your neck now. So much to notice in that area of your body. Welcome the sensation that you feel. All of your attention drawn to your neck. And then let your attention come to your lips. All of your attention now in your lips, where they gently touch. The sensation, the temperature. Feeling your teeth. Your tongue inside your mouth. Maybe a sense of sweetness on the tip of your tongue. The texture of your teeth, the roof of your mouth. The root of your tongue, feeling right down to the root of your tongue, all of your attention at the root of your tongue, all of your attention in your lower jaw, left side, right side, both at once, noticing the sensation in your lower jaw. Now bringing attention to the right side of your tongue, the right side of your lower jaw, your right ear canal. Feeling from your jaw through your ear canal to your inner ear, your middle ear, to the whorls and spirals of your right outer ear. Bringing all of your attention to the left side of your tongue, the left side of your jaw. Feeling from the left side of your jaw to your left ear canal. In your inner ear, in your middle ear, and the whorls and spirals of your outer ear. Noticing everything there is to notice from your left ear canal to your left outer ear. Feeling both sides at once, from the root of your tongue, through the right ear, through the left ear, both at once. There's so much to feel just in your ears, just in your jaw. Now attention comes to your nostrils. You can feel your right nostril, you can feel your left nostril, you can feel them both at once. Taking attention to the rims of your nostrils and noticing the temperature of breath. Cool on the way in, warm on the way out. So fascinating, just watching your breath flowing in and out through your nostrils. You can feel the bridge of your nose. You can feel the right side of your nose and your right cheekbone. You can feel your right cheek. You can feel your right eyebrow and the ridge of bone beneath. You can feel your right eye socket. You can feel your right eye in its socket, and the softening of your eyelids, the light that filters through. You can feel the left side of your nose and your left cheekbone. You can feel your left cheek. You can feel your left eyebrow and the ridge of bone beneath. You can feel your left eye socket, your left eye in its socket, and your eyelids. Softening, gentle light. Feeling your forehead. Feel right at the center of your forehead. Notice the center of your forehead. Let the center of your forehead feel broad and light and spacious. You can sense from the center of your forehead, across your forehead to the right, and across your forehead to the left. You can feel the entirety of your forehead. So much to notice just in that little area of your body. The curve of your forehead, the skin, the bone, the inside of your skull. Feeling the crown of your head. Feeling the back of your head as it rests against the floor. Now feeling the entirety of your head and neck and face. Oh, so much to notice. All of your attention now drawn into your head and your neck and your face. Radiant sensations throughout your face, throughout your head. Let yourself be captivated and fascinated by what you feel in your head. And still absorbed by what you feel in your head, attention expands. And you can sense through your entire body, feeling your entire body at once. Your attention drawn to the sensations in your body, welcoming all of those sensations. And bring your attention now to your breath. That rhythmic pulsing flow of energy. Natural flow in, natural flow out. Effortless. Ride that rhythm. Be fascinated by the rhythm of your breath. Let your attention expand to what you feel. Any emotions that might arise. There's space for them. Any thoughts that might arise. There's space for those too. And they are part of your experience. They are as sensations. You notice. You welcome. You experience. There's no need to grasp. There's no need to push them away. You can watch them come and go and shift and change. Or you can watch them sit and stay and be quiet. Emotions and thoughts, part of your experience. And now in this place, aware of sensations in body, aware of activity of mind, immersed in your resource, your inner resource of comfort and security and nourishment. There's a sense of bliss or a sense of contentment. This is who we really are and where we really dwell. This is Ananda Maya Kosha, the body of bliss, the deepest, most profound, most subtle, most pervasive part of yourself. This is always here. This is what we find and arrive in and recognize and welcome when we practice. In this place of bliss and rest, arrive here, be here. Here, alert, aware, content. Continue to notice. Dwelling in Ananda Maya Kosha, the body of bliss, the space of bliss. Noticing ebb and flow of thought and emotion. Noticing pulse and sway of breath and energy. Noticing sensation through your whole body. Immersed in all of these levels and layers of experience. Now know you're your awareness is big enough to notice and experience and revel in all of that. You can notice your awareness too. Aware of all of these multifaceted layers of experience. And aware of who it is that's experiencing. This is you, true self, Atman, Purusha, the observer. Chitta, your piece of universal consciousness. Chitta, immersed in all of this experience, and yet part of Chit, of the universal consciousness. All connected like a drop of water in the ocean. Experiencing all of that at once. The body of bliss, the thought and emotion, the breath and energy, the physical body, the consciousness. Now intentionally, gently bring your attention back fully into your body. Feeling your body and where it rests against the floor. Feeling your hands and your feet. Feeling your legs and your arms. Feeling the length of your spine. Feeling the back of your head against the floor. Feeling the entire front side of your body. Completely aware now of your physical form. Aware of the space around you. The mat, the air on your skin, the physical space that you occupy. Aware of your breath. Invite it to deepen. Inhalations get longer, exhalations get longer, they get deeper. You'll notice movement with your breath, movement of belly, movement of ribs. Let those movements grow. Your breath can now begin to reawaken your body. Start with small, gentle, subtle movements of fingers and toes. And intentionally, mindfully let those movements grow. Invite them to be a little bigger and a little stronger. And little by little, more of your body joins the movement. You can move your arms, you can move your legs, you can move your hands and feet, you can move your shoulders. Gradually, your body comes to life. There's no right or wrong. Explore the movement. Let it grow naturally in a way that suits you. Gradually, wake yourself up, and you'll find your way over to one side somewhere in the next few breaths. There's no rush. We'll make our way over to one side, and this is an opportunity to let your body and mind integrate this experience. So stay here on your side for a few breaths. You could pillow your head on your folded arm. Several slow, deep breaths here as you prepare to make your way back to meet the outer world. And finally, when you are ready to come up to sitting, you'll bring your hands down to the floor. You can use the strength of your arms and help yourself up. Come back up to a comfortable seat and settle into your comfortable seat just for a few more moments. We'll find our way back to this shape. Legs and hips form the foundation, feeling the weight, feeling the support. Vertebra stack on vertebra. Shoulders float over your hips, ears float over your shoulders. Bring yourself back to the affirmation that you invited for yourself at the beginning of your practice. Whatever it was that you needed or were working with or were inviting, come back there. And as you think about that, notice how that thought ripples through your experience, sensations in your body, emotions or thoughts, and then let it dissipate. And then again, think that thought, that image, that phrase, that word. Let it ripple through your experience. It's like a drop of water landing on a smooth pond. And it starts the ripples, and then they flatten. One more time, think of your intention, your thought, your affirmation. Feel the ripples. Let it go. With your next inhalation, you can turn your hands out to the side, reach your arms up and overhead. With your exhalation, you'll bring your hands down the midline of your body to your heart, Anjali Mudra, thumbs resting at your breastbone, chin slightly lowered. It's the gesture of greeting and of gratitude. And we'll close with a chant of Om. You are welcome to join me if that would feel right to you. You are welcome to sit and listen if that feels better. If you'd like to join, we'll inhale and begin. Thank you both so much for sharing this practice. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Namaste. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Have a beautiful